thanking God for everything and for life. I welcome you to Monday Motivation right here with your girl. I am Vanya at the Spill at 6 Deuces. I am so glad to be returning to you guys. So as I wait for my folks to come on in and tune in, I just want to pray and say, I'll pray all is well in your soul, that you've been having a productive weekend and that you've been doing your thing and doing what people love to do best, in their life, as far as living, being wise, doing the things that you like to do, something for yourself. You understand? I pray that you communicated with your family, that you had positive results from situations, that your bills got paid, that you were able to do things that you possibly may have not been able to do before, but you're able to do them now. And praying that you give God thanks for that as well. And, it feels good to be back for the Spill at 6. My topic today is tolerating. And the opposite of tolerating, we're going to learn the positive side of tolerating, because a lot of people don't talk about these things. What's up, Glips and Glam? What's up, Marie? Deuces. Vanessa. Deuces. Squeaky. Hi. How are you? That's my co-host for Spill at 6. And as the show progresses, I'll be able to have my co-hosts come back and come with me, and we can discuss real topics. What's up, Raw? Hogan's Hero is in the building. And I thank God for his life, and I thank God for his accomplishments and how he's excelling in his business for the steam cleaning with vehicles. He's doing homes now, gazebos, walkways, you name it. It's getting done. So you guys can hit up Raw Auto Spa anytime. Deuces, when you know that you need that steam clean, when you just know that you need things clean. That's a good commercial. When you need things clean, hit up Raw Auto Spa. Deuces. Oh, man. My topic tonight is tolerating, because sometimes we as individuals, this is what I do. I talk about our character, and there's different pillars of our character that we just don't never talk about. And I'm going to talk about those things because I believe in talking about life and not people. I believe in addressing the things that we need to address about ourselves. How about that? We need to address these things about ourselves, and recognize these things so that when they occur, we'll be able to handle it a little bit better. You understand? This, as long as you can handle it a little bit better, you're able to progress and you're able to move on. So I just want to say, I pray your weekend was good. Get ready. It's Monday Motivation. It's time to learn about tolerating. Deuces. Tolerating. Tolerating is to allow the existence, occurrence, or practice of something we don't like or agree with without interference. That means while it's happening, you can't tolerate these things. And, just like as Vanessa said, she says she's not tolerating anything anymore. She has zero tolerance. Sometimes that happens when we are, there's too many AKAs, deuces. This happens when you have been addressing something over and over and over from someone, and they've been throwing it at you and you don't like it, but you never said anything. See, this is the thing. When you don't say something, you understand, and you understand when you don't say anything and it keeps coming at you and you don't like it, you got to think to yourself, why I don't like this thing that they're doing, that they're saying to me. And as they keep doing it over and over again, why am I allowing myself to entertain it? Why am I allowing myself? Why don't I say something? Why don't I respectfully? Can I say something without them getting offended? You know better. You be like, they'll get offended if I say something to them. And but it's the toleration. You'd be like, okay, well, the next time you deal with somebody else and you see that they got that character that you was just dealing with for a long time, you won't even try to understand that person. It may even come from a different perspective, but you won't even try to understand it because you don't already tolerated somebody else with that. You understand? So, yeah, what's up, Capers? What's up, Trent? Deuces. I'm in topic now. I'm tolerating. We tolerating tonight. Monday motivation. We're tolerating. Okay? Tolerating. To put up with someone's ideas or ways that you don't agree with. To endure a situation and bear with the individual. And to tolerate is to overcome. Or it's also controlling your ability to resist. You understand? That means that you controlling your ability, you resisting, your anger. You understand? Deuces, Obadiah. And it's like more or less when you put in that resistance, when you have the ability to resist this thing, that's a certain amount of control. You understand? You gotta give yourself a pat on the back when somebody coming at you in a certain kind of way, in a conflictive way, and you don't like it, and without you giving them back their rebuttal. Come on. Give yourself a hand clap for that because you didn't react and you didn't turn violent or anything like that. See, there's some other ways of handling things without you getting what we call frustrated behind you tolerating. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the frustration, of toleration. You understand? Because you have to learn we all do. We have to learn how to build tolerance. Building tolerance, it'll help you move on and it'll help you press on without clouding your judgment and your mindset and keeping all that garbage, because that's what I consider garbage. That's the things that you need. Those are the cookies, like the cookies you delete and the history you delete from your computer. Okay, well, you need to delete your frustration from those tolerance, from the things that you've been tolerating. You need to delete the frustration out your mental. You understand? Because if you hold on to that frustration, you're still going to have all those cookies in you. Even though the toleration that you were doing, it may be gone, but you still pent up. We're going to delete those things tonight, deuces. Okay? So, building tolerance takes you. It takes you. You understand? You got to take ownership of your own feelings. Help yourself to recognize that no one can actually make you feel a certain way without your permission. How about that? Stop giving folks permission to put you up here. Stop being in your feelings about a situation. And because even if it's something that you don't like, you don't got to get angry about it. See, as you get older and you grow wiser, see, when we were younger, it's like you won't say anything because you think that it's being humble. But what you're actually doing is that you're allowing the person to have ownership over you instead of you having ownership over yourself. You understand? So as you get older, these are the things that you become aware of. And you say, no, I have to take ownership of my own feelings. I'm not going to allow you to speak to me. And therefore, then you start to have ownership of my feelings, and you're able to put me on a roller coaster and make me ride up and down. You understand? You're able to make me mad. You're able to make me sad. You're able to make me depressed. You're able to make me angry. You're able to make me do all these things. And I don't have ownership over my own feelings. You have to take ownership of your feelings today. You have to. That's the only way that you're going to build tolerance within yourself. Okay? Stop giving people permission to take ownership of your feelings. Number 2, sometimes we can't tolerate a person because you don't understand them. See, this is another thing when they say don't lean to your own understanding. Sometimes you can't tolerate a person. You don't understand what they're saying to you because you got your own understanding going on. Sometimes you need to, Sometimes you need to open your ear and hear. How about that? Open your ear and hear, because sometimes you can hear something and it come right out this other one over here. But you need to listen mentally. That's what the thing is about a conversation. The thing about having a conversation is that you can go back and forth and you can both have a conversation without arguing. Or you can even debate without arguing. How about that? And you can have a positive debate. Or you can broaden your horizons and open your curiosity. It's more than what you think. It's more than what you just think. You understand? So, you have to learn to try to learn to understand people. You understand? Because it's not going to be, every individual has their own unique pattern. So you have to learn one another. And there's going to be some things that you don't like. And these things that you don't like, it's not even about you tolerating them. We're going to get to what we can do with those kind of feelings, okay? Number 3, practice respect and avoiding causing harm to others. Practice respect and avoiding causing harm to others. Just because somebody says something out of words, this is what I'm saying. Some people, they allow ownership. You allow another individual to have ownership of your feelings, so they can say something to you just like that and trigger you. Bow. And then you automatically want to harm them because of what they said to you. You got to practice taking ownership of yourself, on your own inner feelings. You got to practice respect, having respect for yourself in the way that you carry yourself so that they won't even want to carry them words to you. And when they try to, or when they want to act like they want to, you got to avoid causing harm, wanting to cause harm to them because of that. You have to look at them and say, you have to understand them as more or less is like, okay, this is your character and you're just a volatile individual. And you're the type of individual that just want to be able to create havoc in my life. But you know what? I'm going to take a pass on that and you have a good day. Number 4, don't let yourself be misled. How about that? That's a lot of things that we as a people, that's the part of argument, and that causes you to want to be, to get angry, is that you allow yourself to be misled. And learn to understand the other person's perspective. Is that all right? Because sometimes people want, when you go to listen to other people's perspectives and it's wrong, and it's the wrong thing to do, okay? People will listen to the wrong shit before, I have to say it like that. People will listen to the wrong things, before they listen to the right thing to do. You'll sit up there and give a whole conversation and listen to the wrong thing. But when somebody is trying to say the right things to do, you don't entertain it. You'll rather be misled. You understand? With a liar, somebody lying to you or telling you the wrong thing to do, than somebody telling you the truth. How about that? We got this generation coming up where they are misleading one another, lying to one another, mistreating one another, disrespecting one another, doing all these kind of things to one another. When God said from the beginning, be ye kind to one another. How about that? Deuces. I didn't hear kindness in that and any of those perspectives that I just stated. You understand? So don't allow yourself to be misled. Learn to understand the other's perspective, especially when it's right. You understand? It's like more or less, if it's the right thing, it's the right thing to do in another perspective. We have to keep wanting to learn from one another. Don't think that you know enough to where you sitting on a God's throne and you're not there yet. I just have to let you know. I'm going to let you know today. None of us are there yet. Deuces. Okay, number 5. All right. People have conflicting beliefs, values, and ideas, and they can coexist together as long as they all fit within acceptable moral values. Okay. What is an acceptable moral value? People have different beliefs. We have people that are Muslims and people that are Christians and people that are Jews. But they have respect for one another because the acceptable moral value is that there is one God. That's a good one. I'm not going to go no further with that because people have conflicting values. I'm going to take it there a little bit, just a little bit. They have conflicting values. You understand? It's for us. You'll find a person that's hustling and they doing the wrong things to get money to say they want to do better things for their family, but they're putting their family in the harm's way perspective because of what they're doing. How about that? But then you have somebody that's morally working and doing the right thing and taking care of their family, and them two will come together and they both feel that they're doing the same thing value-wise. But one is taking penitentiary chances and the other one isn't. How about that? But they'll both feel that their values are the same. That's incredible. But the people that are put in harm's way won't even recognize that they're being in harm's way because they're living in a happy setting, in a happy environment. And then when something else occurs, then they see that it wasn't the right thing to do for that long, that they should have did something. They should have made another move from another perspective and try to take what they had and make it legal instead of living illegally, and they get caught. See, that thing, that kind of value. And then ideas. People have different ideas. I have a different idea. You have a different idea on things. Some people have ideas on macaroni and cheese. To me, and I'm going to say it today, macaroni and cheese to me is organic macaroni, is organic Amish butter or butter, real butter, is Wisconsin sharp cheddar cheese with the black rind on it, eggs, organic eggs, and milk, baked and eaten. Salt and pepper, cracked black pepper. You got people with other ideas for baked macaroni and cheese. They put 4 and 5 cheeses. They put carnation milk. They want to put eggs, carnation milk, bread, crumbs, and all of those ideas. People's palates are different. And that was a good concept. And I'm going to say that in a moment. People have different ideas and people have different palates and different tastes. But that's an acceptable moral value. You understand? Okay, and Trent said, I believe when it comes to the concept of religion, I feel as if we are reaching for the same God, just in different ways. And that is an acceptable moral value. People have different beliefs. And some people, they conflict. You got some, they believe in certain things in certain ways, and some people believe in statues, and they believe in different things, and they believe in candles, and they believe in all different kinds of things. But is that an acceptable moral value today? How about that? Because I would rather for somebody to say to me, I want you to pray, Vanya, and let's pray to God and pray for certain things to occur, and that it'll be better results in our life, that we'll establish a relationship, a connection, that God will be continuously and consistently in my life, and that I'll be able to open my heart to different ideas. Rather than them saying to me, can we go get a candle? I'm like, get away from you. Get away from me with that. You can't put a candle next to God. Or to put something that somebody else made. And it's like an object sitting on my table. And you want to pray to that. And that object was created by man. You need to pray to who created man. How about that? I'm going to just say that today. That's my opinion on that. Number 6, have the willingness to recognize and respect the practices and belief of others. Okay. Even though they take these things and they sit on a counter and they pray to those things, you have to respect and recognize that that's what they do and that's how they do it. And you go do your thing. And I respect that. Don't allow yourself to be frustrated because that's what they do. You can't change them to, they have to want to change and do their own things themselves. Some people feel like praying to a piece of wood is the right thing to do. Until they pray to God. It's funny how, how some people that get into an accident, some atheists or something. I've seen a few videos of that. And where as soon as the atheist got into an accident or something like that, and he was like, God, ooh. What are you calling on? You ain't believing God all your life, and you calling on God when you're about to die because you don't want to die. So now you don't believe in nothing. You believe in something because you believe in that something is going to save you. How about that? Wow. How the faith comes automatically because your body tells you there is a God. And there's something that you can pray to and that you can, it activates in you automatically. Help! Imagine that. It happens. Number 7. There's 2 type of ways that individuals deal with frustration. We have individuals with low frustration and individuals with high frustration. Tolerance. That's what it's called. Low frustration tolerance and high frustration tolerance. Low frustration tolerance is depression, anxiety, and people with ADHD, they tend to have less tolerance for frustration. Minor everyday inconveniences bother them. Example, traffic jams, noisy kids. If they have a tough task, they give up immediately. They lash out in relationships when they get frustrated because something is going on and something else is going on. They could be in a restaurant or whatever, or anything like that. And they just lash out on a relationship, on a person. It can reflect on your relationship. It can cause your relationship to diminish and dissipate. Have a person that has a low frustration tolerance. You thinking or insisting, that you can't stand this. Oh, and I can't stand this, and I can't stand that, and I can't stand this. And what can you stand? You understand? What can you stand today? And those things that you can stand on, and you need to stand on those things. And those things that you can't stand, you need not to have them in your life. How about that? All right. Individuals with high frustration tolerance are able to deal with setbacks successfully and more persistence towards their goals. They're very much more persistent. I'm going to say this today. If in a relationship, women and men, when you're in a relationship, first off, I'm going to just say from a marriage, perspective. From a marital perspective, don't get to the point in your marriage where you tolerating one another or your spouse has to tolerate you because you want to do certain things without notifying your spouse. The devil is a liar. You have to talk that thing over first. You have to respect one another's values, beliefs, and perspectives and have an understanding towards that. You have to, if you want to do some things or certain, you check in with your spouse and let them know, well, how do you feel about that? About me doing these things, and what do you think about that? And listen to your spouse. Just don't hear what they're saying. You understand? And then you be like, okay, well, because I'm doing it anyway. You ain't even care. You understand? And you just went on ahead and did what you wanted to do. Hello. And then your spouse is looking at you like, so what you asking me for? You understand? And that can put a dent in their thought pattern and in their heart pattern. And they be like, I don't care. You know what? Go ahead. Go do what you was doing. So you don't want your spouse to start doing that to you. But you brought that on. And then when you get down the line, the first thing you want to say is, I didn't do nothing to you. Yes, you did. That's what happened. You didn't do nothing. You didn't listen to your spouse. Wasn't hearing what your spouse was saying when you asked, or you didn't even bother to ask. You allowed your spouse, you even saw the frustration and you disallowed yourself to even recognize it. How about that? Because you kept wanting to do what you want to do. You cannot live like that and have your own selfish desires and things that you want to do and expect your spouse to tolerate your actions. You have to have an agreement. That's what the part of a marriage is about. It's about having an agreement. So on certain things, you're going to have an agreement. How about that? Deuces. All right. Even in relationships, you got to have an agreement. You understand? It's got to agree. You have to agree with one another. You understand? We're going to get back on topic, and I'm going to say number 9. And tolerate. Don't give up when presented with a challenge or obstacle. Don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated, because getting frustrated, that is not the solution. Don't give up when you're presented with a challenge or an obstacle. Don't get frustrated. That is not the solution. Getting frustrated. I had to say that twice because it happens. You understand? You get frustrated, but babe, when you got frustrated, was that the results? Did any results come from your frustration? I don't think so. You can't allow your frustration to supersede the situation or the challenge. How about that? Frustration is a distraction. It takes you off the path of what you need to do. Because you're so busy up in your feeling, that you're not even taking accountability or responsibility for what's at hand. Stop letting frustration take over you. You understand? Stop letting frustration take over you and accept, number 10, accept tough situations. You have to accept tough situations. Instead of complaining about some things, babe, don't complain about it. When God created every day on this planet, he said it is good. So who are you to complain about a day and how bad it is? When God created day and night, and when he created the earth and light and day and the sun and the days and separated the days, he said it is good. Okay, so we continuing on in these days. Okay, and as we continuing on in these days, who are you to say that the day is bad? Stop complaining. You have to accept this tough situations. What's up, Freezer baby? You have to accept tough situations. You understand? Just like, more or less, instead of complaining about traffic jams, okay, you have to say, you know what? There are thousands of cars on the road right now. So you know what? Guarantee there's going to be traffic jams because there are thousands of cars. No one likes to get caught in traffic. And guess what? Don't leave your house without, and you know, okay, well, 5 p.m., it's rush hour traffic. It's traffic jam. You know that if you take your car out in that type of melee, I'm going to say melee because being in a traffic jam is a melee. Make sure you got gas in your car so that I won't see. I saw it happen a few times where some people ran out of gas because they only had a quarter tank or whatever, and they was sitting in traffic for hours at the bridge over there, and they ran out of gas or whatever. Or they had to get towed, or they had gotten into an accident because they're in the road rage. You have to accept that traffic jams happen because there are thousands of cars on the road. There's no reason for you to be frustrated about it, because being frustrated is not going to make you get in a lane and move quicker. Frustration is not going to make your car move closer to the toll booth. Frustration is not going to get you across the bridge to local traffic so you could take a different direction instead of the freeway so you could get home. We understand you want to get home, but you got to understand that other people want to do the same exact thing that you're trying to do, and that is get home. Deuces. All right. Number 11, when you catch yourself dwelling on unfair issues of life, consider whether it's a situation you can change or whether you need to change the way you respond to it. I thought that was so deep. When I wrote that, I was like, that is deep. When you catch yourself dwelling on unfair situations, because some things you just feel is unfair. Things happen in life and you be like, what is going on? Why is this? Why me? Why not you? All right. Consider whether it's a situation you can change or whether you need to change the way you respond toward it happening. That's a good one. Number 12 is you got to learn how to calm your body. You know, you got to learn how to calm your body. Mental therapy. What's mentally therapeutic for you? What is going to make you have a calm state of mind? Something you like, buying something you like, saying something you like, singing something you like, quiet is what you like, working out is what you like, eating something is what you like. Do something that's mentally therapeutic for you. Relax. Deuces. Relax. 14. Becoming successful at managing frustration and tolerance, you'll gain confidence in your ability to tolerate distress. You can come out of it with positive results. You can come out of tolerance with positive results. Get rid of all of that frustration and that pin up and take ownership of yourself. You understand? Stop giving your ownership of yourself to other individuals that have control of your feelings. You understand? You got to be a thinker and not a reactor. That's number 15, and that's my final one for the evening, is that you got to be a thinker and not a reactor. Because sometimes if you react too fast, it'll create havoc because you didn't think about your actions before you reacted towards your feelings. And that's my share to wealth for today. Is for as he thinketh within himself, so he is. That's Proverbs 23:7. For as he thinks within himself, so he is. You have to say that to yourself in a positive way, that things are going to work in my favor. You have to think these things. Things, when I wake up, oh, thank God I'm alive. Hallelujah. I'll be like, oh, glory. I'll be like, yes, God, thank you. But then I'll be like, I declare things is going to work out in my favor today. You know what? Just say things are going to work out in my favor today. You have to start saying that when you wake up, on the wake up. Things are going to work out in my favor today. Even when they don't, things are going to work out in my favor today. You understand? I won't be frustrated. I won't be disappointed. I won't be sidetracked. And I won't surrender my ability to think to anything and not to anybody. How about that? You have to allow yourself to be yourself. How about that? You say, I'm a thinker, not a reactor. And the days of reacting instead of responding intelligently are behind me. I'm going to say that again. I am a thinker. I'm not a reactor. And the days of reacting instead of responding intelligently are behind me. I'm a thinker. I can think positively under pressure. How about that? I possess the ability to conceive, to analyze things correctly, to properly process information, broaden my horizons. You understand? I have the ability to learn and calm down and relax. And the patience to consider the consequences before I act. You gotta have the patience to consider the consequences before you act. I'm a thinker. Don't react to things from today forward. Commit to thinking better. How about that? I commit to thinking better. I'm going to free my mind. Hallelujah. And my spirit. Hallelujah. And my life is already better. For, as in Proverbs 23:7 says, for as he thinks within himself, so he is. So what you think of yourself is what you are. Okay? I am so glad that it's tolerance is, some things that, I've tolerated, individuals in my life, friends, family members, colleagues at work. It was because I didn't say anything. I was always creating another idea, even though I would get the same character. Something about tolerance is that they still giving you that same negativity, and you still trying to give them a different positivity every time, and they still coming at you with the same old. They're showing you that that's how they're built. They're not showing you that this is the way how you need to be, or they're trying to transform you. It's that they can see how what the things that they're saying to you, they can see that it's bugging you. They can see how you're reacting to it because they're looking at you like, when I said such and such and such, she blew up. You understand? Just like when a man knows when he's hurting a woman knows how to hurt a man. When she says something crazy to him, disrespectful, that's going to trigger that man. What's wrong with you? You're disrespectful. But then you want to say, I didn't do anything. This is what I'm saying. You got to be a thinker. You got to think about those consequences before you do something like that. You understand? You stay respect. This is where respect comes in. With tolerance. And it's tolerating is when you understand you're allowing the existence it's occurring right there in your space. You understand? You allowing something you don't like. It's just there. And it's with you. And you're entertaining it. The question I have for you today is, how long are you going to entertain it without saying something? You have the right to. You have because it's you. You understand? For as a man thinketh he is. What do you think of yourself that you will allow somebody else to have ownership of you? You understand? That they can say anything they want to you. That they could do anything that they want to you. That they could be negative, or they could do anything that's everything that you don't like. And you just consistently just sit there and continue to tolerate that. But then when you meet somebody else and they have something similar, just a little bit, but it seems different. But it's not bad. It's just something different. You'll think that it's like that other person, and you'll automatically lash out at that other individual because by then you got zero tolerance. And then you're like, no. And you're mistreating that new person because of that old individual. Not only are you misunderstanding, but then now you're misled. Because you're thinking that, because you saw it coming from them, that it's going to come from everybody else. And everybody else is like that too. When you see that little bit. But see, we all, even though we are uniquely and wonderfully created, we all have similarities. We all have these little similar things that we do. They're just little mechanics in our character. And we all do them in some sort of way, in our own little unique way, but they're similar. You understand? So this is how you got the concept of, I see that he got such and such and such, and he got the same issue. Okay, just like when I say similarities, you got somebody that, you say, all right, I'm going to call you, and they don't. Okay. Meanwhile, you may have been in a relationship with somebody and they used to call you all the time or whatever, but in the relationship, they started saying in the end part of it, they were like, I'm going to call you, and they don't. And they pissed you off and it hurt you. You understand? So when you meet somebody new and they come out brand new with that, what's up, Rob? Deuces. Family in the building. The family is in the building. Deuces. So it's like more or less, they come at you like that. And you like, I'm going to call you, and they don't. And you looking at them like, no, fool, I ain't, not today. Because you're thinking about that old person. And you automatically canceling out that new person because you feel like the pattern is the same. But we all as individuals have certain similarities. But because of that, you have to learn to exercise your mind and broaden your horizons to people. You understand? You have to learn to control your ability to resist frustration. You understand? You got to control your ability to stop letting others frustrate you mentally, frustrate you internally. Can lead to high blood pressure. It can lead to your heart rate. It could give you a heart attack. It give older people straight. They get so frustrated they bust out with nosebleeds. They bust out and they have heart attacks or strokes. What's up, Rob? Just I love you so much. And we're talking about tolerate today. We're talking about tolerance and tolerating and how to build your tolerance by taking ownership of your feelings and helping yourself to recognize that you can actually, that no one can actually make you feel a certain way without your permission. You understand? And I just want to say, don't allow yourself again to be misled. Learn to understand other people's perspectives, that are correct. And when you see that a perspective is wrong, stop entertaining it. When you see that a perspective is a wrong thing to do, stop entertaining that and stop. And when you see you have friends and they do the right thing with you, but then they do the wrong things with other people, babe, stop being with association, because sometimes you gotta look at who your friends' friends are. Because before you know it, it's the way social media and things like that are set up now. People are getting hurt just because they were around their friend and their friend was around the wrong type of people. And because their friend was around the wrong type of person, when those things occurred, the other friend was there and they received the backlash from that. Sometimes you got to check it all the way around and mind the company that you keep. You understand? Mind the family that you entertain. Because even in loving your family, you can love and pray for your family on a daily basis and not be around them. How about that? You can love and have no hate and not be a hater. How about that? You understand? It's more or less you have to get rid of any kind of anything that has any kind of frustration that's going to lead to you having too many cookies up here, like they say in the computer. That's going to have too much history going on. Sometimes you need to clean up your history. You understand? And delete. You understand? These things in your mindset, because you want to keep living in what the things that were from your cookies. You want to keep living in that and bringing it to the new day. Today is a new day. You understand? So you have to apply your new day and live in a new day's perspective. You understand? You can't live the olden day in a new day's perspective. Hello? It's the way you carry yourself. You have to carry yourself in a way where people will know that you're a positive individual. People know that you have the ability to be frustrated. So they're not going to try to frustrate you because they know that it's futile. They're not even going to try it because they're like, it's not going to faze them. You understand? So they don't even carry themselves in that manner. So I can't even affect their feelings. I can't even affect, if I even try to take ownership of their feelings or whatever they do, it's not going to work. So they're not even going to come with you with that kind of conversation. As far as I'm concerned, that's the kind of person that's kind of narcissistic, or they want to be able to control people's ability to think. You understand? So their mind will be so busy thinking on you that they won't even be able to think on themselves. You understand? And think about what they're doing and how they need to do things and what they need to do. Like some people watch social media so much looking at what other people do, they thinking that they could do it too. No, everybody has their own art. Everybody has their own skill. Everybody has their own talent. You understand? We need doctors. We need senators. We need mailmen. We need bus drivers. We need people that can fix freeways and build buildings and all that. Everybody can't be an entertainer. Entertaining is a hard work because you got to depend on the people to like you. Having a skill building buildings, people have to like the buildings and put the money in order for the building to be built. You understand? Building homes and real estate. Again, people have to like these things. You understand? So it's more or less your skill is talent. You want to find something that'll sell itself. Why? Because you want to be able to acquire the correct income. And I'm going to say this today. As you get older, you better think about what you're doing, because when you get older, whatever you're doing now in your 20s and 30s, you better start building your money now. Because when you get 40, 50, and over 50, babe, you're going to need finances. And these women popping out with all these children, y'all haven't seen nothing yet when it's time for your child to go to college. See, y'all haven't seen nothing yet when you think all your kid is, what you think all your kid is going to have is a fund from your baby daddy? A baby daddy fund. What about your kid? You understand? Your child has to be able to be independent. You have to teach your child. That's the job of a mother, to teach your child from being a codependent on their mother to independent in their adulthood. You're teaching them how a human to be humane. So therefore, you have to be you have to teach them. You understand? To be independent. You understand? What, you're going to set them free after a high school diploma? If they can't do nothing but a high school diploma, tell them to go into service. You understand? If they need to go to college and they have a special skill or whatever and they get recognized for it, or they get recognized and they get famous, so be it. But if not, they can do things another way. You understand? Everybody can't get into retail. Everybody can't sell polyester clothes. Hello, I'm going to say that today. Everybody can't sell perfume and candles and stuff like that. Everybody can't do that. Who's going to buy it? Okay, there. If everybody's selling candles, then it's going to be a lot of fires out here. Wait, deuces, I'm just joking. I had to say that. We need different occupations, different things, different types. We need different doctors, nurses, RNs, surgical nurses, anesthesiologists. We need all different types of therapy, physical therapists, gymnasts, trainers. We got people out here exercising on their own, and they becoming physical therapists. I mean, not physical therapists, they becoming trainers. You becoming a trainer, but you'll sit up there and you'll tell a disabled person to do certain exercises because you're not trained as a expert trainer. You understand? See, when some things you got to really learn, because you don't know if your clients, everybody's body is not the same. And you're not going to get the same results from everybody. How about that? It takes discipline. Again, it takes people. You understand? So, therefore, tolerance. I want to encourage you through tolerance. This is my Share the Wealth for the day. This book is called Praying Through It. William Murphy. I think people should try to get this book. And it's 365 days, one prayer a day. If you don't know how to pray, I bought this book because I was intrigued, because CEO, I think P, from the ones charged from Young Miami and stuff like that, he was in charge. He used to do the prayers, and he used to post them on his story. And I looked at the title of the book. And when I looked at the title of the book, I said, let me get this book. So I just read it. I just read through it. I didn't one a day. I read through the whole entire book. And it's a really good prayer, as far as the things that people that we forget to pray for, things that you forget to think about and say, praying through the things in life. You know, seeing some things that's seen and unseen, things that you just, thinking is occurring in your life, and it is. Sometimes it's just you. You understand? And sometimes it's just other people misunderstanding you, and they trying to give their own analogy of you, and they trying to get other people to understand you as they see you. How about that? You understand? You got people out here that's trying to make other people understand that you're a certain way and you're like that. How about that? It happens. You understand? So it's like more or less, you got to pray through it. How about that? You got to pray through it and above it and come out on top of it. How about that? And when you come out on top of it, you give God a thank you and you keep pushing and you keep consistently praying. You understand? And you'll be able to control your frustrations, and you won't be frustrated at little things. Idle things and idle people and idle mental words and words that they use and throw around at you. You understand? And yeah, Trent, that's right. It happens way too often. You understand? We as people, we take these little words and people throw words at you, and you be looking at them like, did you just say that to me? You know? Yeah, it happens. You know, toleration is crazy. You know, as one day in Costco's, a lady, I actually ran into a Karen, and she was wanted like crazy rebuttal from me, but instead of getting crazy rebuttal from me, I didn't react. You understand? I just more or less. I'm funny. I'm kind of like a jester in a sense, in a way. And actually, I was like, I looked, and I was like, it was kind of funny. And I was crossing the street, and I had my shopping cart across the street, and they were speeding, and they was angry that I had to cross the street and stop them from speeding. So I was like, you have to slow down. And when I said you have to slow down, she began flipping her fingers. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, God. I was like, I was looking around because I was wondering who she was talking to. I was like, ooh, who's she mad at today? I was like, that just happened to me. I kept on walking. And I got in a car, I was driving around, and she was driving around looking for a parking spot. She driving looking for a parking. She came down. I wound up, I was walking the cart straight through the parking lot thing. As I was walking right past, and her driver's window was open. And then I saw it as I saw her, and I looked. I said, see, this is why you don't, and I said that to her too. I said, see, this is why you don't flip your fingers up at persons. I said at people, because if I was one of those kind, I would have punched you right in your face. And I started laughing. I said, see, this is why you don't flip your finger at people, because see, you ran into me and I could have just punched you right in your face right now. And started laughing. Like, oh, she went crazy. She was like, wait, then she said that she was from Afghanistan. And I'm from Afghanistan. And I turned around and looked at her, and I was like, well, why you yelling in the parking lot like this? I said, because I said, ain't no caves out here. I must have set her off. Because I was laughing. I was cracking up. I said, ain't no caves out here. What are you talking about now? What's wrong with you? Ain't no desert out here. Oh, man. I said, said, see, this is what happened when you let these people come over here and talk about from Afghanistan. What? You're early. And I was like, you early? I was like, you early. And she said, and you're black. I said, I sure am. One thing, I ain't from no cave. And I ain't gotta come up in the sand. Look, I said, miss, I said, let me go on in here in this Costco's. You know, because I ain't allowing you to be a martyr today. The people that was the people that was around the people that was that is so funny because she was going off and I was just I don't mind. Woo, that lady was ticked at me and I said, girl, I said, you are so mad because you had to stop good from speeding, huh? I said, see, this is why I have been telling the Fort Lee police that I need one of those yellow jackets and stuff, and I need a parking authority, you know, the ticket machine, because I would give you a ticket. For trying to speed in the parking lot. Whew. Man, it was so, you know what? I get I just get a whole total different perspective from that, you know. And I just did. I got a total different perspective from it. And my daughter was like, oh, no, she's a Karen. And she was like, and the people were like, oh, my God, you handle her so well. People were laughing. They were like, oh, my God, you handle her so well. I said, now you got to come in this Costco's and you got to calm down. You can't be yelling like that in here. Oh, man, I'm glad I can make somebody laugh today. I can make you laugh tonight. That was just one of the part of people wanting you to react to their stuff. And instead, I think by me being so laughable and so personable with it that I don't know, it made her angrier. And, you know, I'm amazing. How about you? Yeah, I'm black and I'm amazing. How about you? Deuces. You understand? So that's a beautiful thing. You are beautifully and wonderful created. So with that, I'm in with that. Make sure you tune in to Monday Motivation, Work It Out Wednesdays, and Hot Topic Fridays on The Spill. You do not have to tolerate people. You know, it's just more or less, you just learn how to overcome that. You understand? And don't allow frustration to pin up in you, and you know, just breathe. Inhale positivity and breathe out negativity. And you know, that is my segment for this evening. I pray all is well in your soul. I love you too, Trent. And to all the people that's watching, make sure that you share the show. Use the arrow down below on your screen, and on my profile, make sure you go up in the upper right hand corner. There is a bell up there. Check it and put on your notifications. Share the story. You understand? Each one teach one. We talk about life, not people. You understand? Share the spill. Let us all, each one teach one, learn together. This will be on post. This live will be on post. So you can, I'm also going to share it to my story so people will be able to connect to it from my story. So people can come back and watch it. It's always there. All of my shows are on post. If you scroll down, you will see the Spill at 6. All the shows are there. I never deleted them. They are all there. They are on post. I never deleted them. So, or you can go to the Reels, and I think on the Reels or something like that, they have the or the other part that says videos or something like that. That it is there as well. So with that, you guys, Jasmine, Trent, Ra, everybody that came in, thank you for coming. Thank you for continue to tune in to the Spill at 6. We talk about life, no people, and we, you know what, I don't know about you, but we drip drip drip. You know, just make sure you keep tuning into the Spill. You know, we have different topics. It's Monday Motivation, Work It Out Wednesdays, and we're going to talk about working it out. You know, there's things that happen in life that where we definitely need to work things out. And then the Hot Topic Fridays is kind of random, but not as well. We get other people, individuals. I bring them on live. If you want to talk and you feel you got something you want to say, a topic or whatever, you keep it positive, you keep it straight, you keep it something, you keep it neutral, you give your opinions on how things can get better and greater. You know, we're not here to complain. We're here to make things better. We're here to make better. How about that? Deuces, guys. Good night. Have a wonderful evening. And I am so ecstatic about this Spill segment. Deuces.